Bing Crosby's story unfolds like a portrait of 20th century American entertainment itself. Born Harry Lillis Crosby in 1903, he rose from a modest childhood in Spokane, Washington, to become one of the most influential voices in music history. His warm, effortless baritone reshaped popular singing, introducing a relaxed, intimate style that felt as if he were speaking directly to each listener. That conversational tone, smooth, calm, and deeply human, made him one of the first true multimedia superstars. Throughout the 1930s and 40s, Crosby dominated radio, film, and the recording industry. His rendition of White Christmas became the best-selling single of all time, a song that still echoes every holiday season. He starred in more than 70 films, winning an Academy Award for Going My Way and becoming a defining face of Hollywood's golden age. His partnership with Bob Hope in the Road to Four movies brought a new kind of comedic chemistry to the screen, blending music, humor, and improvisation in a way audiences had never seen before. Today, visitors who seek a quiet moment of reflection can find Bing Crosby laid to rest at Holy Cross Cemetery in Culver City, California. His grave is simple and dignified, a flat bronze marker set into the grass, bearing his name, dates, and a small cross. Surrounded by neatly kept lawns and gentle California sunlight, the site feels peaceful and understated, much like the calm, reassuring voice that made him a legend. Fred MacMurray was more than a Hollywood leading man. He was a quiet force who shaped the golden age from the shadows. In comedies, he charmed. In noir, he chilled. And in Double Indemnity, he carved his name into cinema's granite. For decades, audiences welcomed him into their homes as the steady, unshakable father on My Three Sons, a role that made him a symbol of American stability. But behind the spotlight was a man of discipline, devotion, and rare humility. He lived simply, worked tirelessly, and loved deeply. When his final curtain fell in 1991, Fred MacMurray was laid to rest at Holy Cross Cemetery in Culver City, entombed in the quiet dignity of Mausoleum Room 7. There beneath cool marble and soft California light, the inscription reads, "Forever in the hearts of your family, loved by all," a fitting tribute to a man whose legacy still flickers like a projector beam in the dark. Tyrone Power was one of Hollywood's brightest stars, an actor whose striking looks and commanding presence defined an era. Born on May 5, 1914 in Cincinnati, he came from a long line of performers, inheriting a legacy of theater and storytelling that stretched back generations. He rose to fame in the late 1930s and 1940s, becoming the face of swashbuckling adventure in films like The Mark of Zorro, Blood and Sand, and Captain from Castile. But Power was far more than a matinee idol. He sought depth, complexity, and darker roles, most notably in Nightmare Alley, a film he considered his finest work. Like many stars of his time, he crossed paths with other Hollywood legends, including Frances Farmer, another brilliant talent whose life was marked by both triumph and tragedy. Their careers reflected the dual nature of the Golden Age, dazzling on the surface, turbulent beneath. In 1958, while filming Solomon and Sheba in Spain, Tyrone Power collapsed during a sword-fighting scene and died of a heart attack at just 44 years old. His sudden passing shocked Hollywood and left a void that would never be filled. Today, Tyrone Power rests at Hollywood Forever Cemetery in Los Angeles, beside the water, a serene setting for a man whose life was lived in the intense glow of the spotlight. Frances Farmer was born on September 19, 1913, in Seattle, Washington, an actress whose talent and beauty made Hollywood believe she was destined to become its next great star. With her luminous eyes, sculpted features, and a presence that felt both ethereal and defiant, she stood apart from her peers. Studio executives whispered that she could rival the biggest names of the Golden Age. Her early performances in Come and Get It and Rhythm on the Range revealed a rare intensity, a depth that promised a long reign at the top of the industry. But Frances was never content to be molded by the studio system. Her independence, her intellect, and her refusal to play the Hollywood game placed her on a collision course with an industry that demanded obedience. What followed was a life marked by turmoil, institutionalization, and myth, turning her into one of Hollywood's most haunting legends. Yet even in her darkest chapters, the brilliance that once captivated audiences never fully disappeared. After spending her later years in Indianapolis hosting her own TV show, Frances Farmer died in 1970 from esophageal cancer. Her troubled past and her second rise to fame came to an end for eternity. Today she rests far from the glare of Hollywood, entombed in Oaklawn Memorial Gardens in Fishers, Indiana, within the Our Lady of Miraculous Mausoleum. Her crypt is quiet, dignified, and peaceful, an unexpected sanctuary for a woman whose life was anything but. Frances Farmer remains a symbol of beauty, brilliance, and the heavy cost of defying the Golden Age.